Being a great communicator is going to help you in all areas of your life. Dominating that job interview, getting that promotion, having the perfect first date, making friends, it affects everything. Which means it's something that deserves to be worked on. And what better way to improve our communication skills than by learning from the best? And that is exactly what we're going to do in today's video. Welcome everybody, I'm Matt. Remember to subscribe. You'll get new videos on personal growth and motivation. Ralph Smart from Infinite Waters. Nearly 2 million YouTube subscribers. 267 million channel views. He's been releasing content consistently for 8 years. 8 years is 2,920 days. And in those 8 years, he's released 3,730 videos. That means he's averaging 1.3 videos a day for 8 years. And most of his videos are about 20 minutes long. I mean, how is that even possible? The consistency of this man is incredible. So how has his channel changed over the years? And what makes him and his unique communication style so successful? Today we're going to dive deep to answer those questions by comparing a video he did 8 years ago versus one he did several weeks ago. And both of these videos are about how to stop worrying. Let's start with the video he did 8 years ago. And actually the first thing I noticed before I even click in is that this video is only 3 minutes long, which is very different to the 20+ minute videos that he's currently doing these days.
Peace, Infinite Waters diving deep once again. Jobs, professions, formalities. Where do you work? What do you do? And this question we ask other people so many times, what do you do? And for me, I used to ask that question to people, but not really much anymore, because I realized that the main reason why I'm asking is not really for the own person's interest, it's really for my own.
What's the first thing you notice? We see a big smile, we see energy. He's definitely speaking off the cuff. I think it's pretty clear that this isn't rehearsed. There's no script. His facial expressions are there. But do you notice his eye contact is a bit darting? He keeps looking off to the side.
Where do you work? What do you do? And this question we ask other people so many times, what do you do?
This can definitely lose the connection with the viewer. And besides the introduction where he puts his arms out, he's not really using any hand gestures. His voice is quite even. There's not a huge amount of variation. And to be honest, his voice actually sounds a little bit higher than it does in his more recent videos, meaning he's maybe not quite as relaxed at this point. I feel like overall he's holding back a little here. He's holding back his real personality. We see this when he does a self laugh.
And that's the problem. When we've actually...
You see that there? It's almost like he cuts the self laugh off. Usually when we do a self laugh, it can be good. It draws the audience in because you feel like something fun is coming. But this is something you'll see a huge difference in versus the most recent video.
All of us, we should be helping to contribute to humanity. But essentially a lot of the jobs we have are all about our own personal gain. It's not really about the upliftment of humanity. It's not really about what can I give back to humanity.
Aha! And here we have the positive messaging from Infinite Waters. This is one of the main reasons why people would check out the channel. Talking about uplifting humanity, contributing to humanity. It's this kind of messaging that he's obviously had from the very beginning, from 8 years ago, that has driven a lot of the love on this channel. That has been one of the main reasons why people have followed the content. And even though very different this video from 8 years ago is to today, we can still see kind of the seeds of a lot of aspects of Ralph Smart's character when he's on videos that has carried all the way through to this day. And you get the feeling that he likely leaned into a lot of these strengths as he started discovering what they were. Now let's move on to a video from just 2 weeks ago so we can compare how he's evolved from those early videos 8 years ago to the man he is today.
To stop overthinking, just focus on making one area of your life Right, that's all. And then all other areas of your life will fall into place. Look, you've stopped overthinking. Look at you go.
Wow. After just a few seconds, the difference is so stark. He's like a different person. The first thing that I notice is he just exudes so much positive energy. I just can't help but feel like this guy is genuinely happy. And the thing is, energy and moods are contagious. Have you ever known someone who is really, really low energy? You can meet them, you could be super excited, you could be in a great mood, but the longer you spend with that person, you almost feel like your energy is just draining away. This can happen. But the opposite is also true. You can uplift people with your enthusiasm, with your positivity. And that is one of Ralph's best qualities. Whenever I watch his videos, I find myself smiling. He puts you in a good mood just by watching him.
When you overthink about one area of your life, all other areas are blown out of proportion.
Look at that eye contact.
All other areas are blown out of proportion.
Do you remember in the first video when we were talking about how his eyes were sort of darting off to the side every couple of seconds? I mean, it's infinitely better now. It's like a laser beam. It's piercing eye contact. And can you feel how much more connecting it is? Even on video. This is very powerful. He does still look away at times, but now when he does, it's intentional. And this is a big difference.
Instead of bashing your overthinking, because that only makes you overthink even more, now you're mad at yourself for overthinking, and now you're thinking about that. Oh my gosh, right? Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
You see this here? Classic example of Ralph Smart's sense of humor. His humor is another big part of the reason why he's so popular, why he has so many fans. So how does he make us laugh so easily? Well, the thing about humor, the thing about jokes is that if you can make people feel safe, and then feel good, it's way easier to make them laugh. And he always does this just naturally. He makes people feel safe by the way he smiles at the camera, by the way he tells us how he's going to help us. He makes people feel good by all the positive energy that he's constantly throwing at the camera. And then by the time he does all this, whenever he just almost smiles and tells any kind of joke, we can't help but laugh. It's interesting that he actually uses a lot of callback humor. He uses a lot of the same jokes every single video. And a lot of the time I know they're coming. I've heard them many times before, but I still laugh.
Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Let me tell you this. Prepare and you won't have to overthink. What? Slow motion this side.
I mean, this joke here that he does, slow motion this side, I've heard it dozens of times. He uses it every single video. But, and to be honest with you, I don't even understand the joke. I don't really know what he's getting at. But every time he does it, I still laugh. So what does that mean? Well, the thing is that I'm not laughing at what he's actually saying. I'm laughing about how he delivers the joke. The energy, the gestures, the big smile, the vocal variety. If you're relying on the content to make somebody laugh, it's a lot harder to do. Non-verbal communication is said to be 70 to 93% of communication. And that's why if you can really nail home the body language, the vocal variety, the expressiveness, those things will go a long way in your ability to make people laugh. The next reason why Ralph has been so popular and so successful is that he's built a community over the years. And a big part of his ability to do this has been the incredible output of videos. I mean, 1.3 per day for 8 years. That is just hard for me to get my head around, hard for me to wrap my head around. But it means constant contact with his community. This would create true closeness. He even has a special name for the people in his community. As his channel is called Infinite Waters, he calls the community deep divers.
Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Beautiful deep divers. Take that, take that, take that. Deep divers, I'm just raising the frequency. Beautiful deep divers, I'm just, woo, breathing in that good ass prana, baby.
And he uses this name again and again, every single video. And of course, this just strengthens the bond with the audience. And you can tell when you read his comments that people truly do feel connected with him. The next reason for Ralph's incredible popularity is that every video he has motivational, uplifting, and inspirational messages. In a world where there's so much negativity around us, this is more important than ever. And he always has something positive to say.
You didn't come here to be perfect. You came here to be real. Okay? How I stop overthinking is to get it off my chest. Speak your truth, even if your voice shakes, deep divers.
I love this. So many of us don't speak our truth. We feel like we need to fit in or live up to some perception or expectation of who we should be. No matter how hard it is, still speak your truth. And this is exactly the kind of positive message that has kept people coming back to Ralph Smart's channel for so many years.
I stopped overthinking when I learned how to give myself a break to say, Ralph, you're doing better than you think. Really? Yes. Really? Yes. Thank you. Oh, I can enjoy life right now. Yes, you can, deep divers. Give yourself more credit for everything that you are, everything that you're becoming. Stop holding the past against yourself. I know you screwed people over, so what? They also screwed you over. Now it's time to make it right.
The synchronicity of communication is amazing. He is a master at this. His voice, his gestures, body language, facial expressions, and language, they're all in complete congruence. So what's the result of this? Well, everything feels so real. He comes across so authentic, so genuine. We believe him, we trust him. The other thing he does to make the video more synchronized is he shoots the whole thing, often 20 to 30 minutes in one shot. No editing, unscripted. This makes it completely raw and from the heart. It makes it easier to stay synchronized when you do something off the cuff like this. And it comes across very powerfully. In conclusion, why do we love Ralph Smart so much? Number one, his energy. It is contagious. Number two, his sense of humor. He makes us feel safe, feel good, and then we laugh with him so easily. Number three, the community he has built. He mentions the beautiful deep divers every single video. Number four, his motivational and inspirational messages. And finally, number five, his synchronicity of communication between his voice, his gestures, his body language, his facial expression, and his language is perfection. This guy, at the end of the day, if I watch one of his videos, I feel good. He makes me smile, he brightens up your day. To be able to transmit this positive emotions over camera so effectively is an amazing thing. Look at the difference between his early videos and today. He's like a different person. He's evolved so much. He's found his lane. You feel like he knows what his strengths are and he's doubled down on them. He's leaned into them. He's become such a polished public speaker. It's really impressive and it's so motivational because it shows us how much we can improve. Whatever your craft is, if you put the work in, if you put the hours in, you could be unrecognizably better in the future. Who knows what your ceiling is? I hope this video helped you. If it did, hit the like button, share the video. I'd love to build a community for ambitious people trying to help each other build better lives. Be sure to subscribe. You'll get notifications every week for the new videos on personal growth and motivation. In the meantime, check out some of the other videos. There'll be something popping up to the left-hand side. And finally, if there's any topics you'd like me to cover, let me know in the comments below. Or if there's any public speakers or any YouTube channels you'd like to see me do a breakdown on. Thank you for joining me, everyone. I'm Matt. We'll see you next time.